make that are limiting their influence. If you're joining me for the first time, thank you for joining and welcome to this beautiful Queen Ladies platform. So you're all welcome here. Let's go ahead and get started. I know people are going to join later, but I will go ahead and get started. And when you join, please feel free to ask your question in the comment section. So what are the 6 mistakes that people make that's limiting their influence? The first mistake I'll talk about is the fact that people are not looking at the bigger picture when they are making decisions or in everything that they are doing. So what do I mean by not looking at the bigger picture? So for you to be able to achieve a goal, you want to be able to know how the other person is going to benefit from what you're achieving. For example, I'm looking at the bigger picture of what I really want as a realtor when I'm able to meet the needs of my clients. I might want, my goal is to make money, but what's the need of my client? My client needs their house sold, or they need their house to be exposed to many people that can see it. So that's the bigger picture. I can't just focus more on just what I want and forget to think about what my client needs. So that will be the first mistake that people make. They focus more on what they want to achieve rather than looking at the bigger picture, like how is this going to help the other person, or how is it overall going to make it work. So that's the first one. Then the second one will be rising above the fray. What do I mean by rising above the fray? There's a lot of distraction these days that will limit us from our goal. So we have a lot to offer, especially me. There's so many distractions that comes to play when it comes to meeting your goals for the year. For example, I have people calling me here and there to give advice, and maybe I have a project that I want to work on, or I've made my goal to read a certain number of books for the certain number of time. So with that being said, it limits me on how to be able to meet my goal or to be able to make my influence made, because I'm listening to all the distractions that are around me. So there's always going to be distractions. So are you listening to those distractions, or are you actually focusing on what you need to be focusing to be able to meet your goal? So that was the second point. And then the third point was to stay focused. I already talked about that a little bit. So are you staying focused? Are you being focused on solutions, or are you being focused on problems? So in order for you to meet your goals, or for you to be able to take off limitations from your mind, you want to be able to focus on solutions rather than focusing on problems. Sometimes, let's say you're in a workplace and there's a problem. Before you take it to your manager, you want to come up with like 3 possible solutions on how to answer this, how to solve that problem. That way, when you take that problem to your manager, there's already a solution, and that's going to be easy for you to influence your manager's decision. So that will be the third point on how to stop yourself from limiting, how to stop limiting yourself in order to grow. And then the fourth one that I wrote down was you need to tap on official networks. What do I mean by tapping into unofficial networks? So you want to find people that can help you meet your goals. Somebody like me, I like to do things individually. I like to do it by myself. But now I'm pushing myself to be able to find people that we can work together. They say it's harder to break one broom than to break 3 broom put together. Or let's say you want to break a pencil. It's easier to break one pencil than to break 3 pencils put together. So when you're together, when you partner with other people that are on similar platforms like you, it's easier for you to meet your goals through that. So that will be another point. And then the third one was to start small. Most of the time we want to do something, we just want to pop in and just do something really big. It's easier for you to start small, take small steps. For example, I'll give an example for my daughter. If she wants me to maybe register her for a game, for a volleyball game, and it costs a lot of money, what she does is she starts small by first asking me small stuff like, oh mom, do you want me to do the dishes today? Or maybe she'll be like, oh mom, can you please help me with my lunch money and things like that. So you don't want to come and just ask a big thing at once. You want to start with small things, and then when you get the small results, you can be able to go to the big one. So that's what I'm trying to say by start small. And then my sixth point will be plan it, plan what to say. So I'll go back to the example of my daughter. If she wants something big, she doesn't just come and just blow it out to me like that. She'll start doing things that will make me feel happy. For example, she'll clean the house without me telling her, and she will start just doing things that will make me feel like I can easily accept. And also, she also times the time that she comes to ask me, she won't ask me something like maybe registering her for a volleyball game. She won't just come and ask me when I'm in the middle of maybe a meeting with my client or something like that. She'll wait when I'm very relaxed and she knows that I'm feeling happy. Now she's gonna come and ask me. So that point is talking about, make sure that you ask, you time it, you know the proper time that you're saying and how to say it and plan it. So today, those are the points that I have for you. I did give 6 points altogether, and I'll go ahead and summarize what I just said. So my video today is talking about how to make your influence, how to influence others, and how to prevent limiting beliefs and stop limiting yourself. The first point that I talked about was to look at the bigger picture. Let's say you're about to grow your business, or maybe you're about to make money. Instead of focusing on your own part of the deal, why you want to make money, how about you look at the bigger picture? How am I going to provide value to my clients? What does my clients actually need? That will be the bigger picture. When you look at the bigger picture, it's easier for you to provide value, and it's easier for you to actually influence that client. And then the second part was to raise your mind above the frail, which means to stop distractions. There's so many things that are distracting us these days from meeting our goals. For you to be able to meet your goals, you want to be able to stop those distractions or limit those distractions in your life. One of the most popular distractions we all know is social media. I know my sister was telling me the other day she's going on a social media fast, which means she's not going to be opening social media for like a week. I mean, I just thinking about it, I feel already tensed because it's so hard for me to sit for one whole week without social media. But I mean, those are some distractions that can distract us from meeting our goals. Trying to get out of social media and limiting the distractions that we get. Or maybe just timing yourself. If you're about to work on a project, you want to give yourself a certain number of time to work on that project. And at the end of the time, let's say I usually time myself for like 2 hours, I'm going to do this. After 2 hours, if I'm not done, I will go ahead and maybe add another 30 minutes. And then after that, I can have time to relax or to do other things. So that will be the second point, limit your distractions. And then my third point on how to stop your limit, prevent yourself from being limited and influence and increase influence in your community and in your business and in your job. The third point will be focused on solutions. So a lot of us, when we bring problems to someone, we don't bring the solution. If you're bringing problem to somebody, you want to be able to bring the solutions too. That's going to help influence the decision. It's very irritating when my daughter comes to me and brings so many problems on what is not going right. They can't tell me one thing that I can do to solve those problems. So you want to be bringing problems with solutions. That's going to help you influence the decision. And then the fourth point that I wrote down here was to tap into unofficial networks. You guys are my community in YouTube. I'm a licensed realtor and I'm also a life coach. I know there's so many people here with different professions and they do different things. I want to be able to tap into what you do. If you don't mind telling me what you do so we can network together. When you say tapping into an official network, it means partnering with others to do things that can help both of you meet your goals. there's this saying that it's better for two people to go together than for one person. I mean, that's not the saying, sorry. The saying is that if you want to go far, you go in a group, but if you want to go fast, you can go by yourself. And going fast doesn't mean that you're going to actually go far. You might go fast, but for a short time. But if you want to keep going for a long time, then you can go for a group. That's why there's so many reasons why you should go ahead and partner with others or create an official network. So that was my fourth point. And then my fifth point is to start small. Start small. In order to grow, you want to be able to start small. You don't want to start from the top. And it's okay, you can grow overnight, but you want to start small and gradually increase your influence by maybe like just starting a small video today for just 10 minutes, and then maybe tomorrow it's probably going to be 30 minutes, and before you know it, I'll be doing videos for 1 hour. So I want to just start small and gradually work myself up. Always try to start small. And then the fifth point that I have here is to plan accordingly. Plan, plan, plan. Before you do anything, you want to be able to plan. I'll give a small example. I could, let's say my daughter wants to come and ask for a favor. She will always plan ahead of time. When I start seeing her doing things for me, like she'll start helping out and doing things gradually, I know something is coming up. And before you know it, she'll ask you something that you can say no. That would apply to us in life as well. If you want to do something, you don't want to just pop in and say, I want to do this for you. You want to gradually plan on how you're going to strategize to be able to tell that person what you really want. Maybe it might be creating some sort of relationship with that person. For example, I have people that will come to me that they want me to talk, to come and speak for their occasion. Maybe I don't have any relationship with them and it's like scary. Like, how am I just going to pop up and say something? But if it's somebody that's been following my videos, maybe commenting on my videos, and now when you come and ask me for a favor to come and speak, I'll be very open and willing to help you, or I'll be willing to partner with you to get that done. But if you don't plan or you don't have any relationship and you're just coming for a favor, I mean, there's a high chance that you might get a no. So you want to always plan ahead. Those are the points that I had for you today. Thank you for joining my live. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to ask me. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. I'm going to look at my laptop and see if there's any question. And if you don't mind just letting me know where you're joining me from. For those of you who are joining for the first time, my name is Evelyn Sophie, and I am a life coach, I'm a relationship coach, and I'm a realtor in the DFW area. I do help people meet their goals. I have a website, growwealtheasy.com. I'm going to put the website on the link. And happy weekend. Today is Friday. I'm typing the link of my website. Thank you for joining. Let me know where you're joining me from. There we go. I did pop out the link for my website. Welcome to my live video. For those of you who just joined me today, I did talk about some ways on how to stop limiting yourself and how to increase your influence. The first point that I talked about was to, first of all, look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture of what you want. Don't focus more on what you're really looking for, but focus on the bigger picture. Sometimes you don't have to gain in everything, but if you look at the bigger picture, you're definitely going to eventually gain. And then the second one was to be solution oriented. If it comes to problems, we have a lot of problems to present, but before you present your problems, you want to come up with some possible solutions. That way, when you're presenting your problems to someone, they can look at the solutions that you have and that can also help to influence their decision. Another one will be to create network, partner with other people. It's so easy for us to just do it by ourselves, but if you know other people that can help you to get to your goal, you want to partner with them, it's going to definitely be a win-win. In most cases, it's easier to do things as a group than to do it by yourself. So always partner with others if you have the opportunity and if it's the right time. And then I talked about starting small. Always start small and eventually grow your net worth or grow your audience. It doesn't matter how big you want to be. You want to first start from somewhere. Most of the time, we do focus on how big our goals is, and we forget to actually recognize the small step, the small ones that we're already achieving, the small wins that we're already getting. So you want to start small by recognizing what you're already achieving so far while you're growing to a bigger network. So that was I don't know, I lose track of the count. Thank you for joining. Those of you who are joining for the first time, my name is Evelyn Sophie. I'm a life coach, I'm a relationship coach, and I'm also a licensed realtor in DFW area. If you're joining me for the first time, you're very welcome to this platform. Please feel free to introduce yourself, ask questions. And then the last point that I talked about was to plan what to say. So plan how to progress, how to grow. So most of the time, people don't just get up overnight and grow. They usually strategize, they plan gradually, they take small actions, they take small steps. And I gave the example of, let's say my daughter wants to ask something big. She just doesn't come in and ask something big. She starts by doing things that will make me feel happy. And then at the end of it, she'll bump it and ask something. So now I got that strategy. If I find her just asking me, it's starting to be so good to me, there's something that's coming. So it's not the best, but I mean, you want to try to create some relationship or build some rapport. That way, when you present your problem, I mean, it's easy for someone to answer it rather than just get up from the blue and say, this is what I want. So those are my points for today. If any of those resonated with you, please comment, like my video, share my video. Thank you for joining. I will be uploading a video part of this. This is a live video, but I'm going to record the video and upload it. If you're not following this channel, please feel free to follow this channel. Thank you again for joining and have a blessed weekend. Bye.